Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto, or welcome to the channel if you're new, and welcome to this new video right here on Bonk. Had to make a video on that. It's been a while since I covered this, but I have covered Bonk a lot in the past, especially the first couple of months of 2024. I covered Bonk a lot, but wanted to cover it again because there's been some interesting price action, and not only for Bonk, which usually when I cover these meme coins, what I say is that, all right, well, one of the main things that has historically always helped these meme coins the most was some sort of a broad narrative for meme coins to rally, right? And at this point of time, we do see some indications of that, not completely, right? Because what we know is that Pepe and Bonk usually move together. And if I take a look at Pepe right now, it's in nowhere near the stage of where Bonk is. I mean, Bonk is doing great. It's rallying. It has turned into an uptrend on the 12-hour time frame and the daily time frame, and it's trying to break out of a massive resistance level right now around 1800. So then I'm skipping all of those decimals in the price, but 1800 is what you end up with, right? So hopefully that makes sense. So I mean, meme coins as a whole are not necessarily rallying, but there are more meme coins that are very strong and that are gaining a lot of volume, right? So you have Nero, you have Mu Deng, you have Bob, for example, as well, which is a bit of a smaller meme coin, but that also has some volume coming in, as you can see right here. So ultimately, not only is there strength for Bonk, which, to be fair, I mean, I looked at some, I have it right here, I looked at some fundamentals for Bonk and some of the revenue, about Let's Bonk, etc. And you can see that fundamentally, I mean, the growth has been quite major in the last week. So that's great to see, but I do feel like I'm missing something behind the strength right here. So let me know down in the comments what I'm missing. But ultimately, I don't think you need to know necessarily about the fundamentals. Because the chart tells you that very often. And that's also what we're seeing right here. So why I like Bonk is that we had a high volume move up right here, which has also so far at least been sustainable. Now, do I think we're going to get into a sustained uptrend right here? I think that's a difficult question, both technically and fundamentally, because technically, what we would need to do is break above the level that we are at right now on the higher time frames. And I am not certain if we'll be able to do that. I mean, if you go to the 4-hour time frame right here, you can see that there's quite a lot of volume still. And on the 4-hour time frame, we have actually already broken out. So maybe it makes more sense to look at that. But there are some bearish divergences, right? I mean, yes, the price has been able to rally up higher right here. But the volume has dropped down lower. The RSI has dropped down lower. Those are two pretty major bearish divergences. Divergences with the RSI, I normally don't really care, but the divergence between price and the RSI and volume, I do care, right? And then outside of that, you know, the markets fundamentally, I think, could be doing better. I mean, the markets like Bitcoin technically right now is more bullish than bearish, but still, there's not a lot of momentum, and it's summer. And then Solana, which Bonk is also reliant on, is also not showing that much momentum, even though it has an ETF coming up. So therefore, both fundamentally and technically, I'm not convinced. And I would say it is a little bit more likely, and this is and this is kind of going against going against the momentum. Me saying this, but I think it's a little bit more likely that this is a bit of a fake out, and that we will fill those imbalances lower, potentially dropping all the way back down into 1550 and 1500, from which I do think we'll find support, and I think from there we have a better chance to also form a new uptrend. But to continue this rally right here, I think that's a little bit too much to ask. Now, if we are able, just to talk about invalidation, if we are able to hold 1750 as support for at least until the end of Monday, then I was wrong, right? And I can be wrong, right? I've been historically, I've been wrong hundreds of times. I'm just right a little bit more often. But so that's the main invalidation, right? If we're able to hold this, then clearly buyers and sellers agree that this is a real breakout, and we're going to rally higher into 2100. But I would say it's more likely to expect a bit of a pullback here into imbalances, potentially dropping down into 1550 as well. So those are my thoughts. Hopefully that helps. You might not like it, but I always try to be realistic and I try to tell you what I see. But that's it for now. So thank you for watching. I'll see you on my next videos, and bye.